my dog here, Dennis, never gets up on me and loves on me. But this morning he's decided to, for whatever reason, which I think is kind of odd. He won't do it for long, trust me. He's got a very short attention span. But this morning I'm just sitting there thinking about, man, it's a beautiful morning. God has blessed us with another day. I've been able to get out of the bed this morning, and I've got an opportunity to do whatever I need to get done today. So I'm feeling real optimistic this morning. It's that time of the year when some of the leaves are starting to change around the edges. You can just see little subtle differences in the weather. The mornings are cooler, a little bit cooler at night, and so we know that by looking at the calendar that fall is just a couple weeks away. But also there's signs. There's signs that even if we didn't own a calendar, we could tell. After years of seeing the seasons change, you start to look for certain signs, and I think that comes with age. You take a small child, they may not really understand what's going on with the seasons, but somebody my age, I've seen it several times, so I've got the experience to know that when I see certain birds, when I see bees acting a certain way, when I see certain weather patterns and temperature changes, and just different things, fruits on the trees and things like that, I know that fall is right around the corner. And fall is my favorite time of the year. Some people don't like the fall. Some people like the spring and summer, because you can, it's getting warmer. And I like every season. I even like winter. I like the peacefulness of it. But I'm feeling optimistic this morning. I see a helicopter flying by. But yeah, I even like winter. The peacefulness of it is the main thing. You can get out in the fields and in the woods, and it just seems to be dead calm. Unless there's some kind of storm or something going on. But one of the main things I wanted to talk about is just legacy. My wife was at work yesterday, and just out of the blue, she sent me this message. It was like a meme, but she sent it to me through a text message. Little saying where it said, "A legacy is not the things we leave behind, but the things we leave with people or in people." I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but basically what it was saying the legacy is not the inheritance, physical things that you're going to leave people, but the memories and the teachings that you leave the people behind you. And so that's where my mind's at this morning. That's put me in a good place. And, I think everybody should be somewhat concerned about their legacy, especially at my age. 20 years old, yeah, you're not too much worried about a legacy, or even 30. But you go to getting my age, you do worry about, or I ain't gonna say worry, you do think about your legacy quite a bit. And what are you leaving behind? I'd like to think that I've touched some people in a very positive way. Had a few negative encounters that, if I could go back and change, I would. But I can't focus on the past. All I can focus on is from this moment forward. And I don't know, that's just where my mind's at this morning. I don't know if anybody ever watches any of my videos. I don't pay no attention. Like I said, I've done a few videos pretty much for self-therapy, I guess. And just sharing my thoughts. That way, if somebody wants to go back and look at some of my thoughts sometimes, they're more than welcome to do so. But this morning, like I said, I'm just sitting out here. It's a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see the clouds in the background and the darker color blue of the sky, but it's just beautiful this morning. I can tell, I haven't watched the weather, I haven't seen anything about the weather, but I can tell the humidity is very low this morning. And it just feels good. It feels perfect out here this morning. I'm gonna guess it's in the mid 60s, maybe even the low 60s right now. It's September 9th. I think that's today's date. You know, like I said earlier, fall is right around the corner. And we know the seasons are going to change. We know we got darker days ahead. The winter time is coming. And hopefully everybody's prepared. You know, back in the old days, preparing for winter was a whole different deal than it is now. And, you know, people had to make sure that they had plenty of food put up. They had to make sure that they had plenty of firewood cut. They had to make sure of all these things. Or they wouldn't make it through the winter, or they was going to have a real rough time in the winter. It's hard to go out in the winter when the snow's on the ground and the ice and everything, and effectively cut firewood. So modern man, we've been spoiled. We can go to the store and whatever we need is there. Heck, we can get on online and order whatever we want and have it delivered within a couple of days, sometimes same day. We can pick up the phone. A lot of people around the country, you can pick up the phone and have whatever you want delivered same day, you know, within a few hours. And if you live in a more urban area, you can have Chinese delivered, pizza delivered, any kind of food you can think of, get your groceries delivered. So we've become spoiled. We've been blessed. This country has been blessed more than any civilization, any group of people throughout history have been blessed. And I know, I see signs. I know you see the signs too. Just like the seasons changing. Winter's coming, and I'm talking about a different winter. And I think everybody needs to be preparing. And maybe we need to explore some of the old paths that our forefathers walked, and maybe walk those. Not telling anybody what to do. It's something that really, really been on my mind for the past couple years. Is all you young people, get out of debt. Get out of debt if you can. And just remember that if it has a payment, you don't own it. The bank or finance company, somebody owns it besides you if there's a payment attached to it. Until you make that last final payment, you don't own it. So, you know, you got people with big mortgages, and home equity is a real thing when the economy's doing good. But equity don't mean nothing. I don't care how much equity you've got built up in your home. I don't care if you don't owe but $500 left on your home. If you owe $500, it's not yours. Yeah, you can tap into the equity of what it's worth, but until you make that final payment, the bank can kick you down the road. Yeah, there's certain provisions that you signed on the mortgage agreement, you know, of when the bank can actually legally do that. But just remember, hard times can hit that quick. And if you don't own it, somebody else does. And like I said, if it has a payment attached to it, it's not yours. That car that you're driving, you're making a payment on it, it's not yours. it's not yours. I mean, that's cool. I mean, you get to feel like it's yours, but until you make that final payment, it's not yours, and somebody else can come get it if hard times hit and you can't make that payment. Anyway, it's just a little bit of advice this morning. Beautiful day God's blessed us with. Just want to remind everybody, anybody that watches my video, the one or two of you that watch it, that think about your legacy. Think about your legacy and what you're leaving behind. If you're leaving behind a lot of money in the bank, that's good. That's cool. I'm sure it's going to help your kids, help your grandkids. But what are you leaving in here and up here? And like I said, that little meme that my wife sent me, she sent that to me for a reason. She kind of knew where my mind was at, you know, and I appreciate her sending that to me. But make today count. Call up that friend you haven't talked to in a while, if you can. Go visit somebody if you can. Don't forget the elderly who can't get out and do very much. If you can help somebody today, help them. And it don't take much to help somebody. Just saying the right thing at the right time can really be a help. I know it's helped me at times. Be in a bad mood and somebody come up to you and just smile, compliment you, just little bitty things can totally change your day. Just keep that in mind. Can't change the things that's going on around you, and God knows we've got a lot of stuff going on around us. But one thing we can change is how we react to the things going around us. But anyway, I guess I'm through talking this morning. I've got an old saying that, well, I don't know if I've actually heard it, but I've said it a lot. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. Well, that's where we're at right now. Some of you people that have a little bit more experience, I've saw a few more things in life, try to lead some of these younger people in the right direction. And if you're young, learn, follow. Remember some of the stuff your grandpa taught you. Remember some of the stuff your dad, your mom taught you. Aunts and uncles. Or, even just some prominent member, throughout the community, somebody that's been a mentor to you. Fall back on those things they've taught us. And if you don't know, ask. That's something I've struggled with my whole life. I've had to do things and fail, and then ask somebody that knows a little bit more about it, and they guide me in the right direction. Could have saved myself a lot of trouble if I would just ask to start with. So don't forget to ask. But anyway, have a good day, and God bless.